Hello everyone. Welcome to the webinar regarding the newest Famoc version. My name is Paulina Wrubel, and today I'm a host, so I'm here to welcome you and to do a small, let's say, introduction part. First of all, thank you for coming. Today we have a lot of features to tell you about, so I'm sure that the presentation part will be quite interesting for you. I'm here together with my colleagues from pre-sales team from Famoc, Tomasz Szramke, who will lead you through the presentation part, and Michał Kozioł, who will answer your questions. So please send your questions during the presentation through the question tab. So once again, today we have a lot of features to tell you about. So I'm sure that the presentation will be quite interesting for you. What's more, the session will be recorded as usual, so then you can find it on our YouTube profile, and of course we will send you as well after the webinar. Okay, I think we are ready. So now I give the voice to Tomek, and enjoy.
Okay, hello everyone. Thank you, Paulina, for this introduction. Welcome everyone once again. My name is Tomasz Szramke. I am a pre-sales specialist at Famoc, and today I will talk to you a little bit about the news and the latest updates in the Famoc 5.8. As Paulina mentioned, there are a lot of things which are quite interesting, quite big changes. So let's start with a short summary. What's new in Famoc Manage and what I will be talking about today. So first of all, quite a big change in the enrollment. From now on, there will be possibility to enroll devices into BYOD mode. Which also affects the policies. There will be BYOD policies, a dependent category of policies. Some new features for macOS, also new options for logging using SAML and Swivel service. That also affects some changes in the functioning of the launcher. From now on, there will be a new interesting and quite useful feature in the launcher configuration. And later some smaller changes concerning mainly the user interface, one new change in base agent, and some new informations, features, actions that you can perform, that you can see using graphic interface of Famoc. These are some smaller changes, but I think that they are also quite interesting and worth mentioning. So yeah, that's what I will talk in the latter part of the presentation. And now let's start with the biggest change, which is very which is changing the way the devices are enrolled into Famoc. So from now on, when you choose an option to add a new device, you will have like a first step would be choosing a platform of the device. So depending on the chosen platform, the next steps will differ slightly. For Apple and other devices, the changes are not that big, but for Android devices, there are some crucial changes that will affect the process of the enrollment. So once you click the Android, you will see the second step. In the second step, you have the same options as you had before, like a username, email, phone number. But the one thing that is here in the red frame is the option to enroll the device into BYOD mode. I'm pretty sure most of you know what BYOD stands for, but to make it clear, in the BYOD mode, the devices are not fully managed. The user have a control over the device, over the personal part of the device, so he can yeah, like practically change everything, control the device, install applications, change the settings, etc. But the work profile part is controlled by the organization administrator or the company administrator, which means that you can enforce some restrictions, install applications, and set some configurations for the work profile part of the device. And those settings, those configurations cannot be changed, cannot be removed by user. So it means that the device is the work profile part of the device is under the control of the IT administrator, and all the corporate data and corporate stuff, applications, etc., are safe and secure within the work profile. The other change in the Android enrollment mode is also in the fourth step of this process. In this presentation, I don't have I didn't make a screenshot of that, but the change means that from now on, the default and like a recommended option would be to enroll the device into a device owner mode. The previous options, like sending an enrollment link via email or text message, will also be available, but from now on they will be called legacy options, which means that they will be available but no longer developed or fully supported. So from now on, the supported and recommended mode of method of adding an Android device is the device owner mode using QR code or NFC. This is up to you, but like I said, device owner is the recommended option because it gives you more possibilities to configure the device and do more things. Just to put it simple, you can do more things with the device in the device owner mode. So the BYOD enrollment, the BYOD method of enrollment, is also available using zero-touch method. As you probably know, zero-touch method is a possibility to enroll the device automatically into the MDM system, into the Famoc, just by switching on the device, connecting it to the internet. Based on the IMEI number, the device will be recognized that it is registered in the zero touch for Famoc, and it will automatically recognize that it should receive all the configurations and settings from the Famoc servers. But from now on, you can enroll zero touch devices using BYOD mode, which means that once the device is switched on, connected to the internet, the setup process will perform normally, but there will be automatically created a work profile part on the device, and that work profile part, as I mentioned before, will be under a full control of the IT administrator of the company, of the organization, and all the settings, all the applications, and all the corporate data will be placed there in that part of the device, and it would be not possible for the user to make any big changes in the work profile part of the device. What comes from that is a new system of policies we created a new template for a policy called BYOD policy template. As you see here, there are still fully managed policies, which are the policies that were previously used in Famoc. They do not change much. They have the same settings as they used to have. But there is a new subsection, new tab, which allows you to create BYOD policies. All the devices that were enrolled into BYOD mode, which means during the enrollment process, this option was checked. The BYOD enrollment was selected. They will receive from now on BYOD policy. The previous devices will not be affected by that at all. They will still maintain those old policies, those fully managed policies, but the new devices will be affected by that change. It means that they will receive BYOD policy, and as you can see here, they do not differ that much from the fully managed policies. You have a general settings. You can assign groups. You can select any components for the policy. Enable applications, etc. But the security options are changed a little bit because you can see only work profile restrictions. So yeah, I'm repeating myself, but this is important to know and important to remember that all the changes, all the restrictions, and all the options that you select here will affect only the work profile part. So yeah, that means that those new policies will be exclusively for the BYOD devices. You might ask, what about the previously created policies? So fully managed policies will work the same way as they used to work. If you had any policies with the work profile, for example, they will work in the same way. And there will be no possibility to switch the devices between or switch the configurations or merge the settings from one type of policies to another. If you want to create a fully like a fully BYOD device, you will have to create a new policy. There is no possibility to for example, merge or transfer some of the settings from fully managed policies into BYOD policies. So if you wish to use that mode, you have to create a completely new policy. So now I will talk a little bit about the some new functions for macOS. So like one important function. You can now add applications to the corporate store in Famoc. You can add macOS applications. Here I just on purpose I searched for macOS apps. So you will see that all the applications that are designed for macOS will have that icon, that blue icon that indicates that the device that the application is developed exclusively for macOS. So you can now add those apps and install it on the devices using Famoc console. So from that level you can do that. The next thing is an SAML integration. So SAML, for those of you that might not know that, is a standard for user authorization using a single sign-on protocol. You can log in once, and using those same credentials, you can reuse them to log into different service providers. So Famoc can serve as a kind of a client for that kind of protocol, which will allow to use which will allow to log in into different services. Also, there is a possibility to use a swivel. If you wish to use a swivel, you have to provide the endpoint and the shared secret, and using that, the authorization will perform, and yeah, you can use swivel authentication to log in into the device. So that also affects the launcher. If you wish to use a launcher for Android devices, in the configuration mode, you can enforce the user to log in into the device. User will have to log in using his credentials. So that might be, for example, like from any Active Directory credentials, for example. Using that, user can log in into a Famoc. Then he have to set temporary lock code, which only the user will know at the moment. And once that is done, he will have access to like a fully Famoc launcher. And once he finishes using the device, he can log out and finish the work. This might be especially useful for some companies that are using many devices which are not assigned to a specific person, specific user. So once the employee comes to work, he can pick up any device, for example, any tablet or something like that, and log in using his own credentials, set his own temporary lock code, and for example, for that day, he can use the device and have no worries that someone else would use it. And once he finishes his work, he can log out, put the device back into a drawer, for example, and it can be used again by another person, another employee in the future. So that's the possibility to use a Famoc launcher. I think that for example, in the case that I mentioned, it is very useful useful and easier for the company and for the users to work with the device. Also, a new thing in the Famoc base agent, as you can see here, there is a new there's a green icon with the message policy up to date. When the user enters Famoc base agent on the device, on his device, he will see that menu, and he can know that all the settings in the policy are updated, and policy is up to date at the moment. Once you see that green icon and the green check mark, he knows that the device is working accordingly to the corporate policy. So he can use it freely for his work, and he can use it safely. So that's another indication for the user that all is fine with the device, and he can use it. Another new thing, another new a section that is visible in the Famoc interface. On the device details view, you can see contact synchronization status. So first of all, in the first row, you see if the contact synchronization is on. If it's checked, it's on. That's simple. That doesn't require further explanation. And the two next rows means that you can see the synchronization type. For example, here contacts from all groups and synchronization interval. This is a slight improvement that allows you to see the status of the synchronization from the device details view. So yeah, you don't have to check the policy, all the settings, go through all the settings, but from now on you see that the contact synchronization is on or off on the device with the status and with all the settings. Another new things in the general details tab on the device in Famoc. Once you go to a software updates, you will see if there are any software updates available for that device. Sorry that the description is in Polish, but the description description depends on the language of the chosen organization. So here I see that in Polish, but you will see the description depending on the language that you use Famoc in. Of course, this is for E-FOTA, which means that this is for Samsung devices. But if there are any E-FOTA updates available through this section, general software update, you will see that tab, because if there are no updates available, those tab will not be visible. But if there is any update available, you will see that that there is a software update available, and you will see the description, target version, update type, release date, and code. And using that 3 dots menu, you can manually install the update on the device. Like manually, and it will be enforced to use to install the update on the device. Going next, a new action box, a new action in the action box, to be precise. You can select to send predefined messages to the device. That means that you can create predefined messages, or when you send a single message, you can save it to use it later as a predefined message, with the option to show it as a pop-up and the operation timeout. So once the operation timeout goes beyond the 15 minutes, for example, the operation will be seen as a failure. If the user doesn't confirm that he received that message. So, for example, you can create a message that there will be some network issues in the company, some network maintenance during the evening, for example, and you can send that message repeatedly for many devices, and you can save that message and you will no longer have to write the message again and again and again. But you will have a predefined message. You will just have to select the appropriate message. You will see the message header, content, and type, and you will have a possibility to send that to many users without entering the message again and again every time. Also, there are new categories in application filters. If you search for a specific application, you can use a filter button in the top right corner, and you will have a possibility to filter applications by user groups and device groups. Previously, you have a possibility to filter the applications by installation source, major app groups, and installation destination. And now you can base the filter on the device groups or user groups that the application was assigned to. So, for example, yeah, you can have device groups like BYOD or Kobo devices, and all the apps that are available for Kobo devices will be listed if you select that filter. And the last thing are like a general GUI improvements. There is a possibility to list view the permissions required for Android applications on the details page in the Managed Google Play Store. Also for the Apple App Store applications, there is a tab with VPP licenses, and there is also an option to set the assignment method, user or device. And also you should experience some interface performance improvement because we enabled gzip compressions for sources. So those are slight improvements that are also interesting in that version of Famoc. And the last thing is a updated list of supported devices. You see that there is a Google Pixel 4a, that's important, but also some new Huawei, Lenovo, Motorola, Nokia, Samsung, Sony, and Zebra devices. So all those devices, if you are using them, they are now fully supported by Famoc. So that would be all from me. Now I will check if there are any unanswered questions. So yeah, so I see that Selena Bobber asked about languages available for update description, and I see that there that question was already answered. So yeah, it depends on the server translation. We have a Polish, English, German, and Spanish, but there is a possibility to use native languages on updates. Yeah, I see that there are no more questions at the moment. If you have any, please feel free to ask them right now. I will try to answer them. But if there are no further questions, thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much for participating in that webinar. I hope that I explained and cleared some of the things that might have been not fully understandable. In case you have any more questions, please feel free to send me an email through tomasz.szramke@famoc.com or presales@famoc.com. Of course, that webinar will be later available on our YouTube channel. So if you would like to share it with some colleagues or watch it again, it will be available on our Famoc YouTube channel. So thank you very much once again for your attention. Thank you very much for participating in that webinar, and I hope you have a good day. And I hope to hear you next time with the next release of Famoc 5.9. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Goodbye.